everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's Tuesday tip. Today we're going to be talking about how to create the easiest pocket card ever. Guys, these pocket cards are so fun. A great way to use some designer series paper, but a really unique way to send a card versus your standard open and close. Now, what you're going to love about today's card is it also has a free download. I'll share with you where you can get your download, so be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I say we get started with the pocket card. Let's head over to the stamping table and create. Guys, the products you need to create the pocket card are so simple. We're going to start with half a sheet of designer series paper, so that's 6" by 12". I'm going to use the Magnolia Lane designer series paper, and then I'm going to want a piece of matching cardstock. I chose Petal Pink, and this is cut 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then we're going to layer on top of that a piece of Whisper White 3 3/4 by 5". We have a brand new ribbon this year. This is an organdy striped ribbon. It's also in Petal Pink. You see it matches nicely. About 16 inches of the ribbon. The last thing you're going to need is a circle punch. I'm going to use the 2" circle punch, but any size punch will work. Before we begin, we need to cut off 2 3/4 inches off the end of our designer series paper. So that piece is 6 by 2 3/4, leaving me 9 1/4 by 6. With this piece, let's cut off 1/2 inch, and we'll use that on the inside. And then we're going to use this side here. You can use this for your sentiment if you wish. We're now going to do the scoring. So we're going to start with the 6" side up here at the top. I've got it in my Simply Scored board. We're going to score here at the bottom at 5/8 inch. So a quick score there. Now we can rotate our cardstock around. We're going to score at 2 3/4 and 7 inches. I've drawn those lines onto the opposite side of my designer paper just to make it a little easier for you to see. And what we need to do on this long rectangle here, I'm just going to miter. So I'm going to cut from the inside to that outside corner. Let's do that on both ends. And now we're simply going to cut this off. Now we do want to make sure we cut off the actual score line, but I'm going to tell you, you don't even have to be neat and clean because this is not going to show. It's going to be covered up. So you can see, I just want to cut straight to that point. I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to give both of these score lines a crease. You can see that's where my pocket's coming together, and this one I fold up. Now, if you find that it's buckling a little bit, that just means we need to trim a little bit more right here off these ends. I'm going to place Snail Adhesive down this side and Snail Adhesive on this inside flap. We'll bring those together. You notice which one is the center. You're going to know when you fold it together that you want that to end up being in the center. Very simple. Now we're going to add snail along the bottom. And guys, our pocket is done. I told you to be fast. Now we need it to have a little opening so the recipient can get the card inside out. And I'm just going to put this inside my 2" circle punch. And I just want to nip it. You notice I'm just getting, about 1/4 of that circle punch. So just enough to make a little notch. I went ahead and pre-stamped my inside card, and I did that with the matching stamp set, the Good Morning Magnolia. I'm going to use the Petal Pink side of that strip. I just think it lends itself really nicely. And you notice it is too long. We're just going to come in with our scissors and snip away the excess. That slides perfectly into my pocket. We'll take the Petal Pink ribbon. We're just going to tie it here in a square knot on the left-hand side. We can trim away the excess. And with this leftover strip, we'll stamp our sentiment, punch it out with the 2" circle punch. I've added a couple Stampin' Dimensionals there on the back, and we'll add that to the right side. Guys, it just doesn't get any faster than that little simple pocket card. Now, of course, this could also be used as a gift card holder. To do that, we could just add some snail to the back of a gift card adhere it onto our actual card, and it will slide right in. I told you it was easy. It really is. Just a few little score lines, a few little snips with your scissors, and you've got a pocket card. Guys, I know we have a lot of designer series paper laying around. This is a great way to use half a sheet. Many times we've cut into it and we have that little half sheet left over. Why not create some pocket cards? These would be an awesome project to create in advance and have them ready to go. Now, if you want more information about the card or you want that free download, here's what you can do. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the June 18th, 2019 blog post. That's where I'll have all the details for the pocket card and that free download. And hey, while you're there, if you're ready to place an order, perhaps you're ready to get that Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper, or maybe you don't have a Simply Scored board yet. Maybe it's time to invest in that. Just click a pic. You'll see all the pictures of the supplies used on the card, and you can just click a pic. It'll take you right to my online store, and you can order there. Guys, I would be so thrilled to be your Stamp It Up demonstrator. Well, let me just say again, thank you guys so much for being here. I always appreciate you tuning into the Tuesday tips. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate those. Guys, have a fabulous Tuesday. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.